Welcome back to another live trading session for our NY session live. And I hope that you guys really excited for another session here. And I'm also excited to run another big live session. And let me know if you guys can hear both music as well as my sound. And if there is an echo, also let me know, traders, to understand that what we can do at the moment in the market. This is currently a very interesting market structure that you can see here along this area. Welcome back to another live trading session here. So looking at here in the market to see that overall market direction. This is, if you guys looked at that, there is a stronger move from this level, a complete breakup structure that has shows the market from this level created this movement back below here, and off this level the price action has created this initial breakout. Here is looking for an entry opportunity in this market. So let's look at first of all daily chart to see that where the market is heading. We had our previous session and a big session. Now this session also I'm looking for some new trading opportunity. Make sure, guys and girls, you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every day. Okay, so here news coming up. Yep, you can look at that. You guys look at news is coming up, and I really want to see that the market is potentially where it is heading. So if you look at that, the news is coming, and with this news that you can see currently the market is if you look at that overall, Iran has shifted some of the things that we can see the news, and also there is a, if you look at that current, so the date is coming up, which is in 13 minutes time. So we'll be looking at here on core PC price index as well as preliminary GDP to see that where the market is heading. Okay, so that said, here as I'm looking at in this area to see that where come on, I really need a big move here. Give a thumbs up, guys, and also subscribe to the channel. So I see that likes is going up. Let's start another big trading day here to see that where the market is heading. Okay, yeah, wait for 4632 could be potential sell. 4632, there might be some selling pressure here coming up, and I'm really looking at to see a potential rejection here in this market that you can see along this area, and that is where from this high here the market is trying to break that low, and this is now in a two-way situation. We could say complete break of support and coming down because the market already significantly overextended here. And what you can see here along this area, this is the support level of this, and we are looking at to see that the market trend to potentially reverse here, back down below to create a new lower low here in this market. So daily chart also shows that the market trend is remaining in this area. From the 4-hour chart, 4633, 4635, thank you. Yeah, that's what you can see in that area. Now, it is important that we first understand the trend. Come on. Okay. Understanding the trend is key. Okay. Because when we understand the trend, we understand that actually how the price action is creating and which direction the market is. Good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon. Yep. Which direction the market is heading and which direction the things are going is very important to know that the trend in the market. So that said, here is what we are looking at this level. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining. And here is I'm looking at from this high here, creating this series of lower high. And of this series of lower high, looking for the price action to break further lower here. That to see the market trend to maintain its directional bias. All right, so we'll see that where good afternoon. Awesome. Okay. Now we see that there is a consolidation. This is both currently we can see that downtrend and also both uptrend that can happen in this area. So once we see a very clear directional bias, we will be looking for a possible entry opportunity here in this market. All right, so that said, from this level, that here, that initial drop followed by this pullback, and we can see there is another drop here that can create new lower low. But what do you want to see, guys, here? That the market to potentially move up to certain level, okay, and that can give us a short-term selling opportunity here that we could see in this market. Here's what you can see. The market is approaching that level where there is a higher area of value. Alrighty, so let's look at, and in the meantime, let's patiently wait. But I think we will go below 4560. Might be, yeah, we could see that here potentially to go back below, and I think 4560, yeah, there is possibility to this level. If it breaks completely, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. I think the first step, the market might come back to 4596, which is the first weekly low. That means this weekly low, and then it may deepen here, but there is another chance for a bounce back again to the high. Because see the weekly price action, starting with this weekly bullish candle, followed by narrow weekly doji, followed by another weekly bullish engulfer that you can see. Okay, here is quite a few weekly price action and weekly market structure. And now this week that you can see of this level, from this support level, that shows the market is maintaining this uptrending market structure. So from here that you could see the market structure to maintain its directional bias. And here is what we can see the market to retest and then to revert again back to the upside from this support area that could create an upturn in this zone here on gold. Now we see that there is a breakout structure. Now it will not be unusual to see the market has started a completely an inverted head and shoulder and started to break again back to the upside here in this area. Okay, so we'll be looking at here for that market trend to maintain its uptrending market structure. Okay, and with this inverted head and shoulder, looking for the price action to have that reaction back to the upside. And like we see that both direction down and both direction up, but in this zone, if the market react to the upside creating an inverted head and shoulder, I will not be hesitant to go for long opportunity in this area. However, if we see a strong rejection, yeah, we're looking to see here still the directionally is both direction is equally possible for the market to move. And until we see that clean directional bias, here I'm looking at, and there is a news coming up data which is coming up CPI. If you look at that, CPI coming up in just a matter of 5 minutes, that I'm looking at to see that with all of you traders where the data is coming and where the things is heading, and based on that we will be looking at trading opportunity in this market. All right, so I'll be back just less than a minute. Yep, thank you. Okay, guys, so we are seeing some opening of this support that you can see the market's trying to push here back above, and Okay, we can see some rejection. Now this rejection, if you look at here, so here is, if you look at with this, this is the 15 minutes bearish engulfer that you can see the market is heading. And with this 15 minutes bearish engulfer, the market is now having that rejection of this. And with this a break from that resistance line that you can see the price action here now maintaining that there is a rejection that could continue to drop back down further and can trigger further liquidity here in this area. So therefore they're looking to see here the market trend to maintain its directional bias. Now therefore, especially there is a breakup section. Now this is now 15 minutes candlestick pattern. You guys can see that here there is a strong break. Now this break can be starting further low, or it can just trigger liquidity and can potentially bounce back again to the upside to this resistance line. So this is what I'm looking at here for to see in fact how the market is reacting to those levels. Okay, so this is what we are looking at for this momentum. And okay, so that's it. Here is what we are looking at in this area to show how the market structure is maintaining its trend. already. So here is some rejection that from this level that shows this market still has a potential for rising or potential for coming down. I'm still after this breakout that you guys can see here. Now I'm really biased that the market might be here crossing back to the upside. Now how does the data has reflected in the market? Let's see that. And that's very, very important to see how the core PC price index, so which is 0.2%, 0.2%, 1.5%, 1.5%, so forecast and actual the same. So that's it, because there has been here that prediction and forecast same. So how does also you'll be looking at that DXY has created this momentum. Now DXY has created a bullish engulfer that you can see from this lower time frame. This is the 4-hour chart here, and with a series of high and low that you can see along this area, which is with this liquidity grab rejection and also liquidity grab rejection. So that because the market trend is maintaining this uptrend here with an inverted head and shoulder formation here on DXY can trigger that upside liquidity. And what I think now, DXY might try to break this high, so that can be bearish. However, there is one thing that we need to look at here also, the higher time frame, the daily price action that you can see here. Now this is the daily market structure. Here is the daily bearish engulfer that you can see here of this daily bearish engulfer, followed by two narrow doji formation here in that area on the dollar index. Now with this movement that you can see, as there is a lower time frame liquidity, we could see the market to potentially break that high, and with the break of this high here, that's where we might see the market to break that high and then to return. At the moment in this area, it's trying to create an upside momentum in this zone here on dollar index. So if that is what you can see on this lower time frame, however, still the market structure not confirmed fully. It still can come for further liquidity sweep below on dollar index. After this candle close, we will be able to see, so that XAUUSD, if dollar index is pushing higher, we could see that XAUUSD to be pushing down here. So with this liquidity sweep that you can see along this area, trying to break that low, this shadow, and okay, so you see the market is breaking that low of that and can create this downside momentum here in this area. So I'm looking forward to see a possible entry if we see the confluence fully break below here. Azure 32, awesome. 32, okay. Now of this level that you can see from here, this is the key area of value that looking to see the market to have that clean rejection of that area here to create a downside momentum in this zone here. Okay, now this move can start an upside or this move can start a downside. You are at this level here in the base level. Not yet, not yet. Looking forward to see, to have an entry in this area. And that's what the key here to look at. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. So off this level that you can see along this area, that shows with this stronger drop followed by this consolidation here, that shows the market to eventually break below here after the liquidity gap, or you could see the continuation back to the upside depending on how the market structure is maintaining. We'll be looking at entry. In the meantime, premium group is open. If you guys want to get access to all the trade that I'm sharing also after the live session, and also without live session, you guys can join the premium group is open now. And here is the premium link. You guys can access using the link that I've shared in the chat, and that will give you more access to free trades that I'm sharing currently in that group, which is currently available for you to access. So here is the sideways market that you can see in this area with a consolidation, and with this consolidation they're looking to see price action to break above and then to reverse again back below to the support area to create here that new lower low in this market. So where is the future of forex trading? Very bright, very bright. Why not? This is something is almost new, right? If you go back to 20-30 years, always only stock trading, right? Now it's new things that has a lot of potential to it. Okay, of course, and it will be, will really, I'm sure that many of you are learning to trade, becoming a trader, enjoying that, and that's the key, which is now much more easier to trade. If you look at this, we are trading on lower time frame, which is much more simple to trade on the lower time frame. Just if you combine the multiple time frame, it's much more easier. The only thing that you need to make sure the traders is to spend more time on looking at the chart rather than trading. So giving more time on learning and also understanding the market phenomena, which is the most important part of the trading journey. All right, so let's see here. So if we look at that, okay, so here this is currently in a large consolidation here. Now from this zone, the market can go in both direction. Okay, if you look at that here, this is the market that can go in both direction. You could see the market is going back to the upside. You could see the market is going back to the downside here. Okay, getting some reaction here at the moment. This is from this top, from here to this level. It can come further low. The only hesitation here for me to go short is the overall market trend is still bullish. So therefore, coming back below can trigger again upside liquidity. Thank you so much, sir, for this guidance. Just trying to get some catch to start mentorship with you. You are always welcome. We have members. I have members from very long time. And for those who want to get into the mentorship, you guys can find all the information and links below this video in the description. You can just get into that. And thanks also. The thing is that the most important part here is to learn the risk management. Okay, and learn the risk management, go for the foundational trading strategy, and many of the things self-learning, right? So over time you're gonna learn it yourself. So what is the current support level for gold? Now the current support is the daily low. So if you look at the previous daily low is at this level, right? And so this is the current daily low here. Now breaking back below to the support, that can create an upside bias here. Okay, so that said, this is the support level that you can see of this. Daily range is too wide. Trading small time frame on 4 hours is way more accurate. Yeah, absolutely, I totally agree. Daily time frame is for very large account trading. Okay, if your trading account is over a couple of $1 million, that can be good timing. Okay, but for trading in 100k, even 400k, smaller time frame is potentially it is, I think it's okay. But depending on, you can trade on daily or you can trade on lower time frame, but the thing is that what you're comfortable with is very important to see. So here is, you can see that this is a large head and shoulder. Okay, and once this is a large head and shoulder of this, the market might here break that low at the moment, because there is a candle close on the 5 minutes as a bearish engulfer. Now it can be pushing further downside here, and I'm ready for an entry once we can see the confluence. Most important part here is to have the confluence, which is very important to look at, that you can see here. Already, that's very important to see. Okay, you can look for a short-term entry, but the only thing that I'm hesitating still for the trend direction. Anytime you could see that stronger jump back again to the upside. Thank you. It's awesome. Okay, so here we can see some rejection of this. Thank you. Good afternoon. 4608 hold break. At this level, 46, I think there is a higher chance for continuation for at least for short term. There is downtrend, but at any point here, there might be a short term move back below. It's 100 pip or 140 pip. So I'm looking to find that suitable entry confluence. If you look at here, you can see rebuy after it breaks 4595. Now to buy, we want to see that stronger breaking all of this low and then reacting back again. So the recent level of low is at here. Okay, and but the market structure shows here that it is possibly to go further lower. That can happen, right? So you can see that the market is still maintaining some downtrending move. So, but we willing to wait for the entry. But here, if you guys look at the directionally, I am here looking at the market to come down below. Okay, now for those who are on a trade, for I'm not on a trade, but for those who are already running any trade, this is my personal understanding. The market might be here going back down further. Okay, so let's look at to see. That's all important information, right? Leave after it break. I wouldn't look for yet, but I'm looking at here to see that so far, if you look at, there is a large head and shoulder at this level, and with this large head and shoulder, the market may break that low here, may break that shadow, may break that lower aspect of the market here. Hello, welcome. Rebuy after it. At the moment, we see that selling pressure. So that the way here the market structure has formed, it is possible for the market to get lower further here. I think the market might go back to 46595 or lower, so which is nearly to 150 140 pip down, very much possible. And that move that you can see here with this large head and shoulder formation here, and that large head and shoulder shows that there is a break below and can continue to come down here in that direction here, lower low. Thank you. Good morning. With this series of lower high, that the market trend maintained that downtrend, and this is what, especially in this zone, looking to see further bearish drop in that area. Patience is key to look for entries when you see that trend. Just be patient for Cool. Now we can see the market slowly a breaking of this structure that can create this downtrending market movement where the price action showing up to be bearish, and we could see the market structure to maintain its downtrend. And I think that this is currently here in this area downtrend, but the overall trend is bullish. So if the market shows a stronger rejection change of trend, I'll be happy to open buy, but at the moment it's in a very narrow zone that can create this momentum in this area. See that where it is heading. Daily FBG, yeah. So daily the previous daily low just been broken, and as the previous daily low is just been broken, the market it can have that reaction back to the upside of this, right? But it still can come down. I think one of you are to the point. Kamani, the market is coming to the daily. If you look at that here, the market is coming to the daily fair value gap. Okay, and because the market is coming to the daily fair value gap of this daily fair value gap, the price can have that reaction back to the upside, and that's why I'm really passionate about looking at entry in the direction of the trend. Okay, so this is what we really want to see, an entry in the direction of the trend. But before we enter in the direction of the trend, we are looking for the market to show that clear perspective in that area. We'll see where it's going. Thank you. So there is one stronger rejection of this area. And that one rejection is very important to look at. Okay, could it be false breakout? That could be. The market more often creates that false breakout, which is part of trading. But now, this is what that really the real trade comes in play when you look at that false breakout. Now, the false breakout are the key to look for trade entries. Okay, so if you look at the false breakout, that's where you'll get the best trade setup when you look at the false breakout, because that's where there is a massive amount of liquidity grabbed, and this is what we're looking to see here. Okay, so at this level, with few long week candle, the market is just having a retest of the support. Now this price action still carries downside bias, but it can have a reaction back to the upside as well. So with a series of higher high and higher low, here is you can see the market is maintaining that uptrend that can go ahead and potentially go up, or you could see that of this level coming back down until we see direct confluence that I'm looking at here for the price action to show its clear direction. And let me know in the meantime, what's your bias? Could it be false breakout? Yes, that's what you can see. Share your feedback. Now, do you think that the market is going to go up or down? And I'm sharing a pool, and more often it comes to be very close. What is your bias on gold? So share with you, the guys have a pool that showing what is your bias on gold, and here at this moment there is also the 4-hour candle close coming, and this is, let's delete all of that, and to see that actually created buying tail. Okay, thank you. Daily price action here of this support from the weekly. Now weekly level shows that the price has just tested the weekly resistance stance support here. Okay, and because the market is showing that weekly resistance, which is turning support here, that can create an upside stronger momentum here. So with few long week created buying tail. Okay, because there is a long week doji that you can see, this is a one form of rejection. Okay, so when you see that rejection, I would be straight going long if we could see that rejection coming from 4595 or lower. That can push that market back to this order block here. But at the moment, I'm still looking to see buying from the support if we want to trade, because this is long-term uptrend here. And so of this level that you can see from this, the market with quite a few long week rejection here. Created buying tall. Yeah, this is that, but very not very strong. That's what I'm really hesitant here. Not very stronger. Okay, so to see, in fact, if the market is creating an uptrending market structure, it would have been good to buy if it breaks Monday's low. Now it looks complicated and confusing. Yeah. No, it's it is a little confusing, but when it becomes confusing, better to wait. And then the next thing is to look for that overall trend. So overall trend is when you zoom out, and you can see that here. If you look at here, you can see it's a established uptrend here still, though there is a downtrend in this area. And for us to be in a buying position, if the market tested that low here, that could be a really great zone that we could look for that entry. I'll be back just a minute. here is, if you look at that support level, the market slowly having some upside momentum at this level. So it has shown an initial breakout here that you can see along this area. Yep, that you can see along this area with this series of higher low that you can see from here with a liquidity gap rejection, and you can see there is another liquidity gap rejection, and shows that the market trend is currently in this upside here, showing up that the price action here from this level creating an upturn, and that shows the market structure to be eventually to be bullish here. And from this support where long wick rejection and also that long wick rejection, and that shows that this is currently in an uptrending market bias, and we are looking forward to see that the price action to have that reaction back above, and with this rejection back above here, that the price action to have that reaction to create potentially new higher high. So rejecting of that level is showing up that the market is currently in an uptrend here. So let's wait to see where the market is going up. Okay, here it shows an uptrending bias that you can see along this area. So I will be happy to go for a buy entry along this area for this possible move back to the upside, though we are late entry, but I'll be happy to go for with a smaller stop loss, which is only 120 pips stop loss, so that we have a quick risk reward here. And this is a buy entry that I'm opening here on XAUUSD. If you look at that stop loss here at 4611.04, and here TV target will be setting above this level at 4656.35. When that buy here along this area. Okay, having the reaction back above to this level, and there is a liquidity grab, and you can see the uptrending bias started. I'm happy to look for this move back to the upside. So we are on the buy trade here along this area, and looking forward to see some move back here along this zone for another wave of bounce, potentially back to the upside here. And this is where there is a rejection of this, and with this rejection here, they're looking forward to see the price action bounce back here to move up to create possibly a new higher high in this market. With the series of higher low shows that continuation of this market structure. Now from this support level, they're looking for to see the price action to bounce back from that support to maintain its uptrend. Is what I'm looking at for another wave of move back to the upside. Already, so you can see that there is an uptrend, and I'm looking forward to see this move to entirely go back to the potentially to the profit target, because it's a globally uptrend, so which will be around 320 pip at least that we can expect to move up. All right, thank you. And the price breaks 463. I'll just stay. Thank you. Better to wait another 30 minutes. I think, you know, we can wait, but we can't be 100% accurate in our entry. Okay, the trading is like this, all about probability, right? And but you can't be always accurate. But when the market changes the trend, it actually create a reversal, right? That's what we are looking at. It actually creates a reversal, and that's very important to look at here in this area. Yeah, we can see there is a crossover of there is a crossover of 10 and 20 MA, which is basically showing an upside bias. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, we are looking to take this one as well. Potential and upside. So you're on a trade running in some profit. Okay, so here is what you can see. The market is trying to push here back above and can create a potentially new higher high along this area, which is 4633. Crossing that high, we are running in some good profit here and looking forward to see around nearly to 100 pip, which is good move so far. I'm looking forward to see the market to move up and then to create a new higher high. Okay, so off this level, you want to see the market to have the breakout here. Okay, you want to see one more bounce, otherwise it's possible to have bearish move. Come on, I don't want to take that trade back again. Just cross this high. Okay, I'm going to go down here. This might drop again. I'm taking out. It might try to break below here. So I am out. And we can re-enter again anytime. It can go up again. But I'm out. We will be re-entering again if needed. No problem at all. Always there is an opportunity to go long. There is, if you look at from here, rejection, it might try to retest that low again. So I haven't taken that chance that the market to give it again another chance to drop here and taking us out of the trade. We can re-enter again. The market may now bounce off this level or can come further low, grab the liquidity and can create that upside bias here in this area. Okay, so this is what we could see in that area. Thank you. Now it can have that that rejection of this. Okay, if we see confluence, I'm happy to enter again because it's still if there is validity here. Okay, this 15 minutes candlestick pattern is important, and I will be happy to enter again exactly with the same entry. But if we see that breaking below, not entering yet, I'm out at the moment with running profit because the win rate is very important for me here at the moment. And let's see that how far it goes. So from that support level, that you can see the market is trying to push here back above. Now if the market started to react to the upside here for another move in this support area, we'll be looking for that entry upside here, and depending on where the market is going here at the moment. Of course, if we see that further confluence, then only you can look at an entry. It's getting an upside bounce of this, and if you guys look at the 50 minutes, so that shows there is still an upside momentum here. Okay, I will be reopening the same trade. That you can see there is a upside bias. So I'm going to reopen the same trade with the same settings. Okay guys, so this is gonna be another entry. So with this same stop loss and same profit target, I have a re-entry to this market, and let's see that if it just breaks below, that's gonna take us. But you can see here that there is a 50 minutes close nearly, and there is a higher chance to form an inverted head and shoulder and then to go back to the upside here. So I have a re-entry here. I'm looking forward to see that re-entry back to the upside in that area, which is, if you look at that, creating that bias. Okay, so you can see some reaction of that level. And so this trade you guys looked at that opened again with the same setup. I'll keep that on to see, because there is showing some reaction of that market that can create a potentially an upside, a bias here. You know, potentially that means that the market still can come down to trigger more liquidity. But if you look at the 15 minutes, the price action shows that here that after this stronger rejection to the upside, the bearish move is still looks comparatively weaker, which is showing up that goal to be a bullish here to the upside here. And that means that we are looking at here in this area for further momentum to the upside. Hopefully the market is not going to again the breaking below, which can happen. If that happens, we will be exiting with the minimum stop loss. But just as soon as you have entered, just got some reversal move. Let's see that. So with the next 15 minutes closed, okay, with this candle closed that you can see here, that can create this entire bias here. Expect a rejection. Start it. Okay, we can see some upside momentum that's starting of that. And with this upside momentum, looking to see here the market structure to potentially to reverse again. If the market goes back, that shows that the price action to continue to rise again. Okay, we started to move towards near our entry zone, depending on where you have entered. my entry was a little late, but do you think it's gonna break below? Mosquito buy. Okay. It still shows an upside momentum, but I'm holding, and there's a large inverted head and shoulder. That's what the entry is here. So it's still showing some buying pressure. Okay, still showing some buying pressure here. Okay. Holding on to that, and this is the trade that currently holding, and creating an upside bias. Okay, shows so far an uptrending market structure. I'm enjoying this trade. Are you guys? To the moon. Let's wait to see. Yep, could be. And let's have another one to break to the upside. Crossing 4633 would be 100 pip. However, still looks good. Yeah, still there is some rejection trying to come up. So let's see that here, especially with the 1 hour. Now we have traded the major trend. That's what my focus is mainly. The major trend, you can see that there is a very strong rejection of this level, and also the overall trend here is upside. So the major trend is the main focus here. Now the rest, the market can have some kind of liquidity gap, that it can create that pressure, but unless it's coming again to take us out of the trade, I'm looking to see that the price to go ahead and retest. There is also the 4-hour 20 MA, which is also, I'm looking to see potential rejection of this 4-hour 20 MA here. And okay, so this is potential an unnecessary rejection coming again. Okay, let's be patient. So having some multiple rejection that needed to see. Might be an unfortunate rejection here again. Okay. There is a breakdown, the breakup structure. So if you look at the 4-hour 20 MA, I'd say still complete rejection possible. multiple rejection again here. So from this support that you can see the market is trying to push that market up here, and shows an expectation for another wave of bounce in that area. That shows the price action to have that the reaction back to the upside in this area, which shows there is another 30-minute candle closed. In the last few seconds, the market might show different direction. So still holding on to this trade for this side rejection. 30 minutes price action shows with a big large green candle, a large red candle. Now was expecting further upside. We see that then there is some rejection, but from here now see that support 4612. There is a this is not a support actually. There is, if you look at the 4-hour, there's 20 EMA here, and we would see the market would, there is a higher chance for again bounce back. This is the daily low, and the market structure is still for the long term is up, and there might be deeper liquidity grab. I think the price, even if drop here, it can still testing this zone and can go back again. But here at this level here, the market is on a in this area in a zone where there is nothing. If you look at that, shows a clear directional bias. However, if the price react to that, creating an inverted head and shoulder, they're looking to see it go back again to create a higher high. So if you look at, this is a narrow red doji. So with this movement, that you can see the market is creating that pressure back to the upside. All right, do you think can we break the weekly high after tonight? If you look at the market has for the first time rejected of this daily support since the market started from here, creating a higher low. So therefore, because there is a rejection of this daily support, if the market successfully goes up, yes, we could see that, you know, at the end of the day, if the daily candle closing along this area, it can continue to rise back. Okay, it can continue to rise back, and that's what, you know, we are looking at here in this area to create this new higher high. And so this is where my eyes here, that for the market to start potentially a bullish move back to the upside. Even after breaking this low, it can start the bullish move. In that case, I would say the market even go back here. Okay, so at the moment, the trade, if you look at the, I will just change the TP target to little higher. If the market successfully goes up, we want to take the full TP. If the market come down, we'll be exiting the trade along the way. So the TP here that I'm looking at, at 4658.45. So I'm changing my profit target to 4658.45, and to see that if you look at that, market's finding its support here, and then if it find the support, it can have complete rejection to the upside again, because there is a 4-hour 20 EMA. And so I move my TP level to 4658.45 of this, and if it breaks below that, might go further lower here. Or we might get just stopped out. Still there is a liquidity sweep along this area. Hello sir, welcome. So with few long wick candle along this area, right? Do you see that 6,000, 7,000? Now overall, if the overall move can be on gold to go back to 5,000, it is not unusual to see that this move entirely going back again to potentially creating a higher high. But at the moment we are not looking that far. You can see that at this point the market is just beginning to start again to the upside. Okay, so you can see the price action here creating fresh uptrend. Okay, so we need to look at the chunk by chunk, by step how the market is going at the moment. That you can see here at this level, that shows we are seeing some short-term move in that area. So with a multiple long wick doji here, that shows that the price action to show its directional bias here, and you can see that this is a from that zone shows this uptrend here. Today market is a bit complicated. I think this is very the market is moving usually, sometimes become complicated, but today I see more predictive. You guys looked at so far all those trades that we have opened today, so far all of them winner. This one is still nearly halfway, but I think that if successfully breaks above, we can take this one as a winning trade. Entered the buy zone nicely. Okay, yeah, so you see that this is a support and there is an inverted head and shoulder. If successfully goes up, that I'm not that unhappy to see the market is really going up and going in our favor, guys. Trading, okay, trading in the trend, very tight stop loss. Now if successfully goes up, I'm happy to see that another move back to the upside. I think at least 4628. Yeah, this no, if this is going up, let me tell you guys my opinion here, or my idea. You see that the price is rejecting of this 4-hour 20 MA, right? So it's still a fresh 4-hour candle, but if it goes up, it can go to 4630, nearly to 4630, 4628. That can be a zone that we can look for. It can go and cross that or retest that. So here with this movement, that I will be happy to take if the market goes back to that level here, 68 pip, 4629, 4628. Profit target 1, or that means that half profit, and we can move the stop loss and it will let the rest running to see that if this is going to be full profit target, or we would see the market is going there. Rejection from 4612, yes, we can see that. That's a good move. Now because there is a rejection, they're expecting it to go for deeper correction and creating a new higher high. We'll see that here. It's almost entered to our nearly to our previous entry level. Okay, so Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's wait to see. And in the meantime, guys, if you haven't liked this stream, make sure you do so. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. And also you can check out our premium group. You can find link below this video for the premium Telegram group, where you can also look at all the regular update that I'm sharing. You can access all of them, so don't miss out to join. Here you can find link below this video, and also I'm sharing with you the link here in the description. So here's the link for the premium. You guys directly can access. Okay, so here is the support level that you can see of this level. The market to maintain its momentum back to the upside, and now there is rejection again. So that was false breakout. Price in a very critical level here. So double bottom. For 612 showing as a support. Just cross the 20 MA from the 4 hour. I'm on the trade, but excuse me, the price has had that false breakout, and now it's so it might get out of the stop loss here. See. So ultimately it might just take us out with this trade. I'm out with this trade here, and so we'll be letting that go, no problem. We had this trade around 120 pip, so the first stop loss here for today, but still we have I'll be looking at later today as well. If you look at, there is a complete rejection of this level, and if you look at that, it can come further lower and then still looking to see that to be bullish. So you can see this is the previous support level, and also here is that of another support, and combining both of them can create an uptrending bias here. If we see that, then we can look for re-entry. At the moment, we'll see that where the market goes next. Okay, so we had 2 sessions today. I'm looking at again as tomorrow to trade again 2 sessions, and in the meantime you can stay connected by joining the premium group. We'll see you there again, trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy. Here the market might come back to further low and then can trigger liquidity later. Thanks for joining here. I'll see you again very soon trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy.